Hey guys, and welcome back to another complete paper walkthrough. So in this one, we'll be focusing on the 2022 Key Stage 2 National Curriculum Test, and specifically we're working on Maths Paper 2, okay? So as always guys, if you see my previous videos, it's the same process. You know, I go through the whole paper, I break down every question to the best as I possibly can, and yeah, we just take it from there. But as always guys, you know, if you're enjoying the video and you like it, please give me a like because it really helps. And please share and subscribe to your friends. That's all. Now, how about we jump straight in, yeah? Because we know how this works. Okay. So, here we go. Number 1. Circle the greatest number. So this just means the biggest number you see. Now what I'll do, I'll look at the numbers first, the very first digit. So all of them are 9 million. The next one is 206,000. So we've got 206,000, 215,000. So already all the 206,000s are definitely not big. Now you're left with two choices. You got 300 or 298. Well, 300 is obviously bigger, so that's the answer. Next. Question 2. So one table can seat 8 people. So you got 8 people around this table. How many tables are needed for 40 people? Okay. So if 8 people can fit a table and they want 40, we need to see how many times does 8 go into 40. So this is a division question. This is secretly 40 divided by 8. Now we need to know 8 times table. You'll realize that 8 goes to the 40 exactly 5 times. So there must be needed 5 tables to complete this. Okay, 3. Write the missing number to make this addition correct. So we've got 400,000 plus something plus 70 gives us 430,070. This looks like a partitioning one. So we've got 70 which checks out in the tens. We've got 400,000 which checks out. All they added was the 3 which represents 30,000. So it just needs to be 30,000. Cool. 4. Children estimate the number of beans in a jar. These were the estimates of 5 children. Okay, so these are how many each of the 5 children estimate how many beans were in a jar. Okay, so Amir estimated 1,310, whereas someone like Chen estimated more. Now the exact number of beans in a jar was actually 1,380. Whose estimate was closest to the exact number? Okay, so you need to find the one who is so close to the answer. So let's see. Let's start with Amir. So you got 1,310 and versus 1,480. If you subtract them, he was basically 70 away. So he's the closest. Olivia, well, Olivia is even further down, so it can't be Olivia. 1,400. Wow. The difference between these two is just 20. So it looks like Emma's winning. John, that's way too low. And Chen, that's way bigger than Emma, so it can't be. So the only possibility must be Emma. Whose estimate is Emma? And she got 1,400. In this case, you can write the name or the value. I'll put both, just be safe. Now, whose estimate was furthest away from the exact number? So you want to see the one that's completely far away. So the probably the absolute smallest and absolute biggest number. So let's have a look. Going from the top again. So I'm going to change the color pen. So let's say let's have a look. So who had the biggest value? Well, we got Chen. He's got the biggest value, and then we got Olivia, who's got the smallest value. So automatically, these 3 guys are out. Now you want to see which one has the biggest difference. So between 1,460 and 1,380, if we subtract them, we should get a difference of 80. Whereas if you subtract 1,380 from 1,220, you should get a difference of 160. Okay, so this is when you do your subtraction methods. And clearly Olivia is the winner. She's the furthest away. Let's put Olivia down. And then her number was 1,220. Cool. Number 5. So 1 ton is 1,000 kg. A truck can carry a load of 2.3 tons. Cool. How many kilograms can this truck carry? Well, if 1 ton is 1,000, that means 2.3 is just 2.3 times bigger. So in other words, instead of 1,000, it would be 2,000 and then 300. Alright. 6. So Emma has a 5-liter bag of compost. She uses 2.75 liters. Okay. How much compost does she have left? So you have 5 and now she used 2.75. Let's subtract the numbers. So you got 5 take away, and because you got decimal places, it's better to add 2 more decimals. So 5.00 take away 2.75. Now to subtract this, you always borrow from the top number. So borrow from 5, it becomes a 4. Give it to this guy, it becomes 10. Now cross this out and this becomes 9. And give him the 1 back here. So now we've got 10 take away 5, which is 5. 9 take away 7 is 2. Copy decimal place. 4 take away 2 is 2. So she's left with exactly 2.25 liters of compost. Alright. 7. In a race, Ali completes a swim, a run, and a bicycle ride. So he does 3 events. The swim is 1/10 of the distance, whereas the run is 3/10 of the total distance. So altogether, he's done 4/10. What fraction of the total distance is the bicycle ride? So if he's done 4/10 so far, and it's out of 10, that means he needs another 6/10 more. So the answer is 6/10. Okay. Circle the improper fraction that is equivalent to 2 wholes and 3 eighths. Easy way to do this is to multiply the whole number with the bottom. So 2 times 8 is 16. And add it to the top. And that gives us 19. So altogether he's got 19 eighths. Okay, so that is our answer right here. Now this pictogram shows how many DVDs a shop sells in 1 week. Okay, so be careful guys. Try not to think of these as free DVDs. That just means like free sets. On Monday, 24 DVDs were sold. So if these 3 equal 24, so 24 DVDs equal 3 sets. How much does 1 set equal? Well, we can do 24 divided by 3. And if you do that, you should get an answer of 8. So that means each disc or set is worth 8. That means this half disc up here must be worth 4 because that's half of 8. Now the question wants us to know how many DVDs were sold on Friday. So let's count, yeah? How many discs full discs there were. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we can do 6 times 8 firstly. Well, 6 times 8 we should be able to try and work out in our head. It should give us exactly 48 plus the extra 4. That gives us 52. So altogether there were 52 discs, DVDs on that day, sold on Friday. Quite a lot. Now 10. A shop has an offer here. It says buy 1 box. Ooh, Vito tea, that looks nice. Buy 1 box for £1.90 and get the second box half price. Now Ali wants 2 boxes of cereals, just like me. I like to get many cereals. How much does he pay altogether? Well, let's find out the second box here. So he wants to buy 2 boxes. So the second box is half price. Well, what's half of 190? Well, let's do division then. 2 into 1.90. So well, 2 can't go into 1, so you put the 0 and you carry the 1 here. And you cross it out. How many times does 2 go into 19? Well, we know it goes into 18 9 times. Remainder 1. Now how many times 2 go into 10? 5. So that means the second box is 95p. That means the total price would be £1.90 plus your 95 pence. Adding this up, 0 plus 5 is 5. 9 plus 9 is 18, so 8 carried a 1. And 1 plus 1 plus nothing is 2. So altogether he paid £2.85. Nice, not too bad. 11. Write the missing values. Okay, so going from fraction to fraction, we need to see what's happening. When you go from 10 to 20, you're either going to multiply or divide. That's how similar fractions work. So going this way, we can see 10 to 20 has been doubled, so they multiplied it by 2. That means 3 times 2 must be 6. Cool. Now going from 12 to 4 is divided by something. Sometimes it helps to go backwards. How do you go from 4 to 12? Well, you go 4 to 12 by multiplying by 3. So that's one way to do it. So if we divide 15 by 3, you get 5. Nice. 12. Now William has 4 parcels. Write the masses in order, starting the heaviest. For these kind of questions, it's better you use the same units all the time. So I'm going to write this all in grams. So 1 kilogram is 1,000 grams. That means 1.4 must be 1,400 grams. 2 kilograms must be 2,000 grams. Now it's all easy. So we can see clearly the 2 kg is the heaviest. So we cross that out. Next one is 1,500 grams. And then 1.4 kg. And lastly, 300 grams. It always helps to cross as you go in case you make a mistake. It's so easy to make mistakes in this, by the way. Okay, 13. Let's look at the graph. Now it looks to me you got a time distance graph and it shows you who's been moving first, and then they stop moving, and then they move a little bit, and they move even less than that. Now match each part of Dev's journey to the correct sentence. Well, let's start the first one, A to B. Well, let's start on the right side. Dev rests for 10 minutes. So where does he rest? The rest means you don't move. Well, you don't move if you don't go up or down. So B to C means he's resting. Dev cycles 1 kilometer in 10 minutes. So 1 kilometer. So he cycles 3 here. From C to D, it goes from 3 to 4. That's the difference of 1. So he's going from C to D. That's 1 kilometer. Dev cycles 3 kilometers in 10 minutes. Well, this is a fast one. He goes from 0 to 3. So that's 3 kilometers in 10 minutes. That's A to B. That means the last one is obviously, let's have a look. Is that the last one? Is D to E. Nice. Number 14. This 850 milliliter bottle of squash makes 17 drinks. Cool. That's a lot. How many milliliters of squash are in each drink? Right, so here you have to divide 850 by 17. So this is going to be some long division problem. So 17 into 850. Now let's have a look. How many times is 17 going to 8? Well, you can't do it, so it becomes 85. Now this is where it gets a bit big now. So you need to know your 17 times tables here. I know you don't learn it, but we have to try and do it step by step. So let's start 17. Let's keep adding 17. So add another 17, you get 34. Add another one, you get 51. Add another one, you get 68. And then add one more, you get 85. So yes, if you count it, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it goes exactly 5 times and there's no remainder. Now how many times 17 going to nothing? 0. So clearly he's bought 15. So there's 50 milliliters of squash in each drink. So the answer is 50 here. That's it. 15 now. Write the correct sign, equals, greater than, or less than in each box. So what we do is best to sometimes work out before we do it. But let's try this out. 1 times 2 is 2. 2 times 3 is 6. So this equals 6. 1 plus 2 is 3. Add 3 is another 6. So they're equal. Next one. 2 times 2 is 4. Times another 2, you get 8. Well, so you add 3 2's, you get 6. So 8 is bigger than 6. The one with the bigger number, make sure the mouth is open. Now, let's ignore the 1. 10 times 10 is 100. So all of that is 100. This is just 10 plus 10 is 20, 21. So of course, this is also bigger. Last one. Anything times 0 is 0. So, and this one's going to be 20. So this side is bigger. Cool. Take the numbers that round to 28.7. So let's do it step by step to 1 decimal place. So rounding the first number to 1 decimal place, because it's the second, you always look at the second digit. Because the second digit is 5 or more, you round this one up by 1, so it becomes 28.1. So it's definitely not that one. Next one, you got 5 here, so 28.65 rounds up to 28.7. Good. 28.71. This is less than 4, less than 5, so you round it down to 28.7, meaning this doesn't change. 28.75. This number is 5 or more, so you round this number up to 8, so it'll be 28.8, so it's not that. And the last one is definitely not that because it's way off. So you have 2 values. Now, 17. 6 divides into 40 with a remainder of 4. Write one other number that divides into 40 with a remainder of 4. What does this mean, the first one? So 40 divided by 6. What is 40 divided by 6? Well, we know that 6 goes into 40. Let's see. So if you do our times table, we realize it goes up to 36. So 36 divided by 6 is 6. So this goes 6 times, remainder 4. Now all they want you to do here is just to pick another number in the times table. So let's pick a number that's greater than 4. Because you have a remainder of 4, the one you divided by has to be bigger than 4, yeah? So let's start 5. 40 divided by 5, what does that give us? It gives us 8, so it can't be that. Let's try 40 divided by 7. So 40 into 7. That goes exactly 5 times, but you get a remainder of 5. That's not what we want. Let's try 40, next one, divided by 8. 40 divided by 8. What do we get from this one? So let's see, you get 8. So check out 8 times table. Yep, so you got 8, 16, 24, 32, 40. As you see, it goes exactly 5 times. Next one, 40 divided by 9. What does this one give us here? Well, 40 divided by 9, that gives us, you can do up to 36. So it gives us 4, remainder 4. And that's the answer. So the other number they're talking about is 9. If you divide a number by 9, you get another remainder of 4. This one's a bit tricky, but if you guys need extra help, let me know. Message me in the comment section and we can talk about it more. Okay, 18. This sign shows the number of empty spaces on each level of a car park at 10 a.m. So at 10 a.m. there was 511 spaces free on level 2 and 260 on level 1. In this car park, each level has 800 spaces. What is the total number of cars parked in the car park at 10 a.m.? Okay, so before we do this one, we need to understand what the question wants. So we know each level has 800 spaces. So here you have a maximum capacity of 800, and here 800. And we know in level 2, this many was taken, and level 1, that many was taken. So we need to see firstly how many spaces were actually left. Okay, so let's do that. In order to do that, we need to firstly add up the total amount of spaces. So 800 plus 800 is 1600. So that's how many spaces you're allowed. And this is how many spaces were used, or how many empty spaces there were. So let's add up these two numbers, yeah? 511 plus 268. Well, 1 plus 8 is 9, 1 plus 6 is 7, and 5 plus 2 is 72. So now, that's how many empty spaces there were. How many cars were parked? That's the difference of these two numbers. Let's subtract them. So 1,600, take away 779. Let's borrow from there. Let's borrow from the 16, it becomes 15. Carry the 1. That becomes 9, carry the 1. 10 take away 9 is 1. 9 take away 7 is 2. And 15 take away 7 is 8. So there were 821 cars parked. Whew. This one's a little tricky. Tell me how you guys found number 18. That one definitely is a bit different to the rest. 19. So the circumference of the circle is 60 meters. Circumference means the length all the way around the circle, yeah? So all of this around is 60 centimeters. So everything around here, the whole circle. What is the distance around the edge of the circle from A to B? So from A all the way to B. Well, this is a nice trick here. They've actually helped us. They said that this A to B is a right angle, meaning if you twist your head, it's 1/4 of the circle sliced. So that means this length is 1/4 of 60. Now, to do 1/4 of 60, you just divide it by 4. So 4 into 60. Well, this isn't too bad. How many 4s go into 6? Well, 1, remainder 2. And how many 4s go into 20? 5. So that means it's 15 centimeters. Cool. Next one, number 20. So there are 432 places at a dance school. There are 2 age groups. This table shows the number of classes and the number of pupils in each class for each age group at the moment. Alright, so in the first group, 7 to 12, there are 15 classes. And number of pupils in each class, there's 16 people in each class. So 15 times 16, you can imagine. Whereas for age 13 to 18, there are 10 classes and there's 18 people in each class. Now, how many more pupils can join the dance school? Well, let's have a look. We know there's 432 places, so let's work out how many children there are in each class, yeah? So let's do the bottom one. 10 times 18 is going to give us 180. That's how many pupils there are all together in that age group. The next one, you need to do 15 times 16. Well, to do that, let's work out separately. 16 times 15. A nice quick way to work this out is to times it by 10 and then by 5. So let's do that way, yeah? So if you do 16 times 10, you get 160. And then you do 16 times 5, or 5 is half of 10. So you half that, it would be 80. That means altogether, 160 plus 80 is 240 pupils. So there's 240 here. Now, let's add up the total number. 0 plus 0 is nothing. 4 plus 8 is 12. 2 carry the 1. Add up these lot, you get 420. So that means there was 420 people here, but there's 432 places. So we can work out the difference. 432, take away 420 is 12. So there's 12 more spots for people that want to take up dance school. Not bad. So far, guys, if you guys been keeping up, honestly, well done yourself. Give yourself a pat on the back. You guys are doing amazing. We are almost done. Now, 21. Let's see what this is about. Each shape stands for a number. The total of the shapes on the diagonal line is 48. Okay, so it's telling us that three triangles make 48. So we should work out one triangle, yeah? So 3 triangles equals 48. That means a single triangle, you go divided by 3. Let's do it right now because I'm sure we're going to need it. 3 into 48. Well, 3 into 4 goes once, remainder 1. 3 into 18 goes 6. So each triangle is worth 16. So we can just write inside. It helps a lot. So all the triangles are 16. Now, the total of all the shapes is 200. Wow. Okay, that means 5 triangles plus 4 circles is 200. Let's write down 4 triangles plus... Oops, there's 5 triangles, my bad. So let's double check. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 triangles plus 4 circles equals 200. Well, we know how much one triangle is, 16. So 5 times 16. We can always work out here. 5 times 16 or 16 times 5. 5 times 6 is 30, so 0 carry the 3. 1 times 5 is 5, plus 3 is 8. So we know that 5 triangles is worth 80. 80 plus 4 circles, well, be careful your O is in circles, yeah, equals 200. So what we can do now, we can just work backwards. If we just subtract 80 from this equation, it tells us that 4 circles must be equal to 120. To get a single circle, let's divide it by 4. How many 4s go to 120? Well, 4 into 12 goes exactly 3 times, and 4 into nothing is 0. That means that's the answer. So one circle is worth 30, whereas one triangle is worth 16. And there we have it, guys. That's that question done. Now 22. You can make green paint by mixing 250 milliliters of blue paint and 1150 milliliters of yellow paint. Oh, interesting. Stefan wants to make some of this green paint. He uses 750 milliliters of blue paint. Okay. How much green paint does he make? Well, this is the scale factor question. It's telling us that for every 250, you need that many yellow. But he wants 750. The question is, how many times bigger is 750 to 250? Well, if we keep more adding 250s, you'll realize in 250 times tables, you get 250, 500, and then 750. You can see that it's 3 times bigger. So he needs 3 times the amount of yellow paint and 3 times the amount of blue paint to get what he needs. So let's firstly work out 3 times yellow and then add up the answers to get the green. So 1150 times 3. I think we can do this one. Well, 3 times nothing is nothing. 5 times 3 is 15. Carry the 1. 1 times 3 is 3. Add 1 is 4. 3 times 1 is 3. So he needs 3,450 yellow paint. Therefore, to get green, you need to add up your two figures. So 3, 450, add 750. Whew, almost done. 0 plus 0 is nothing. 5 plus 5 is 10, carry the 1. 1 plus 4 is 5, plus 7 is 12, carry the 1. And 1 plus 3 is 4. He needs 4,200 milliliters to get exactly what he needs. Yeah, that is not bad at all. Alright, next one, 23. Now Adam has a bag of fruit that weighs 1.25 kilograms. He takes out a banana. Now the bag of fruit weighs 1.1 kilograms. So this tells us from the original weight to the new weight, we can work out the weight of a banana. Let's subtract it now. 1.25 minus 1.1 and add a 0. If you take this away, you get 5, 1, and 0. So the gram, and this is kilograms. So the banana weighs, or the bananas, or a banana, weighs 0.15 kilograms. It's quite heavy for the banana, I think. So let's label this banana. Next, he takes on orange. Now the bag weighs 920 grams. So let's subtract the new 1. So let's do 1.1 take away 920. So that's 1.1. And by the 920 grams is the same as 0.920 grams, yeah? And you put the zeros. So subtracting this now, well, you can't do nothing. So you borrow from this 1 becomes 0, 10 becomes 9. That becomes, sorry. That's too far. Let's repeat that again. 0 take 0 you can do is nothing. You can't do 0 take away 2, so you borrow from here. Carry the 1. 10 take away 2 is 8. Now you borrow from this 1, make this one a 10. 10 take away 9 is 1, and that's nothing. So that means this weight, this fruit, take off the 0, is 0.18 kilograms. So the orange is 0.18. Now how much more does the orange weigh than a banana? well, you got 18 versus 15. You know, the difference is, well, let's work out difference now. It'll be 0.18 minus 0.15. Subtract those two. 8 take away 5 is 3, 0, 0. So it's 0.03 kilograms. But they want it in grams, so you gotta be very careful. Okay, so we know that 1 kilogram is 1,000 grams. That means 0.03 must be 30 grams. Cool. All right. Next one. Here is an isosceles triangle inside a rectangle. Isosceles means that both sides are equal and both angles are equal. So if this is x, that also equals x. X values mean the same thing. But we can work this out right now. They want us to work out the size angle x and y. So let's see. We need to remember that all angles inside a triangle always adds up to 180 degrees. Well, we've already seen 30, so if we subtract 30, now they add up to, now these two x's must be 150 degrees in total. And well, since we know that both these two x's equal 150, you want to find a single x, a single angle, so we need to half it. So half of 150. Well, 2 into 15 goes exactly 7 times, remainder 1. And 2 into 10 goes 5. So each angle of x is 75. So we know that, so this is 75. Now, to work out y, we need to realize that we have a right angle here. Right angles add up to 90 degrees. So y is the remainder. To work out y, 75 plus y must give us 90. So we can do 90 take away 75. If you subtract this, you should get a result of 15. And that's it. So our answer should be 75 and 15. And then you put them both here. Nice. Now, number 25, and I believe this is the last one, guys. The triangle is to be transformed on the grid as follows. First, you translate the shape 7 units down. Translate in graphs means you move it. Okay, so we're going to move the shape 7 units down. And then we reflect it, the resulting triangle, in the y-axis. So let's do the first step. Let's move this triangle 7 units down. The best way to do it is to pick one corner. I'm picking this corner and move it 7 down. So it'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Perfect. And now you can just look at the length. You know this triangle goes 4 lengths up. So we redraw it. So it'd be 1, 2, 3, 4. This must be the other corner. And this next one, well, is 1 corner down. This point is one down and 4 across. So it should appear here. Now you just kind of carefully sketch it. Make sure you use a ruler, yeah? I'm doing this freehand, but you must use a ruler. And then this goes here. In the exam, in your SATS, you can do this using dotted lines, yeah? Because they want the finer triangle, not that triangle. Now to reflect it, you reflect against the y-axis. Here is the y-axis. So the y-axis is this line. So you imagine this long y-axis is a mirror line. So if you reflect across the mirror, this point should appear here. The bottom point should appear here. And if you kind of work backwards, you realize the last point goes there. And that's it. This should be our final answer. Again, remember to use a ruler, not like what I'm doing. And that's it. We can leave it here. And I think that covers the end of the test. Cool. If you guys enjoyed the video, remember to give me a like, subscribe and share with your friends. And I'll be making many more of these videos. So see you guys next time and have a great day.